Your question is, if we chanting, how and where we can put our mind? It's very, very good question. Actually, it's an important case. It's an important case talking. You know case talking? For the Chan meditation, there's a case talking. The master give you a topic, case topic. Then all the students talking like a debate in the Tibetan tradition. So that is very good topic. Where and how do you put your mind in your chanting? My answer from my practice experience is actually we don't need to think about where I should put my mind or how can I put my mind. Actually, this is the answer you can get from the Mahamudra. But the Mahamudra, there's a true tradition. Why is Mahamudra belongs to Sakya and Gaju is one step by step. Another one actually, the Gaju, there's another Great Mudra we call Gambo Bas Great Mudra. But Gambo Bas Great Mudra actually belongs to Dorjin, the Nyingma's teacher. You don't need to think about that idea. You just chanting for yourself. And the voice of your chanting is like eternal. Will bring your mind out of your present existence of meat and blood structure channels like this. Then your mind will merge through the channel of your chanting voice, will merge into somewhere actually. So where it refers to somewhere actually is the deity's existence. So your voice is like a bridge. By your chanting, or by hearing some master's chanting, but it's random. It depends on your faith on that master's practice. So mostly successful case really on your own chanting. If you can chanting very, very, how to say, successfully. But how to judge your level of success or not? Actually, your body will get warm and hot. So that means your chanting can activate the tumo in the body chakra. Then your tumo in the fire will burn these channels, your central channel and left and right channel and chakras one by one until crown top. Then your mind, exploration suddenly, then all of this. But it's not a teaching from the Bado. Bado is like there's a seed, it's like your mind in the heart chakra, then you chanting a boom, it's all of, like they pass away. But still there's a small seeds, like a representative of your consciousness of your mind. But now the case is totally different with the Bado practice, with Powa. Actually, we chant. It's like Vada Yoginis. We call the most advanced Powa is not a Powa. It's not you put your mind out of your channels like we pass away. No. For the Sakya tradition, the Vada Yoginis, why everybody practice Vada Yogini, practice Sundoma, practice the Sridhara, the female, the goddess deities, because they have very special message. If they pass away, or if we have to pass away, of course we have to pass away, right? No one can expand it, or no one can escape from that final things. But if we practice Vada Yogini very well, or Sundoma very well, or Sridhari very well, or Saraswati very well, so those kind of group, or we call Lolanzala, the Council of Manjushri, or is Satsuma, the councils of the Yamaraja. They are all same. They are all different incarnations of Saraswati. Different, what is it called? Yeah, manifestation, yes. Different manifestation. Actually, they are the one. The female energy, what was that called? Feminine energy from your own. Then, not just from your own, feminine energy from your own, or feminine energy from this universe, or all 3,000, Maha 3,000 universe. Their character is, if they have to pass away, they don't imagine our own consciousness, our mind, out of the channels, like a bird, like ordinary sadhana explained in the sutra book. Our man, like a bird, jumped out of the, how do you call it, nestle, right? The key, nest, out of the nest. The nest is our home, human body. The bird is our consciousness. But the Vajrayoginis, all this goddess practice is, we realize the deities merge into ourselves, and then there's no self and the deities. And then all the universe merged into this combination. From the top and from the bottom at the same time. So like this, merge, all the universe merge into you. But not just the you. You are not yourself. You already transfer your own selfish consciousness into the combination of you and your deities. At this time, all universe merged into this combination. When you successfully merge into, when you successfully merge the outside universe into this inside combination of yourself and your deities, then you get freedom. So I got an example to explain the state when they chanting successfully. You already merged into yourself. You already merged yourself into your deities. Because our Eden is so large. There's the 3 sides explained in the Sutra book. Smaller size, the minimum size is 20-story condominium, like in downtown, those, not like in the background, this condominium, 20 stories. So the medium size is like high mountains, Himalaya mountains, like Kailashes mountains, like this. So large size, like whole universe, small universe, like this. So that's why you find it out the Eden in the Tanka. There's a sun and there's the moon above the 2 years. So if they successfully merged, so you already expanded. We can say you already expanded your subtle body into a large scope. But it's not, how to say, it's not the end of your practice. It's not your target when you chanting. You don't need to think about that. It will happen automatically. So, for example, today is a Guru Majesty, so we're chanting a lot of sadhanas. We're chanting, for example, we're chanting the Rasva Guru, then we're chanting that one, because Rasva Guru have different forms. We're chanting the Rasva Guru, read on a tiger, so we're chanting like that one, then you will find it out, all this outside words merge into that tiger. All beings, they sense like us, humans, animals, or ghosts, or gods, whatever, merged into the Rasva Gurus. And then the Rasva Guru and the tigers is a representation of the outside, the world, without consciousness, merged into all beings, that Rasva Gurus. And the Rasva Gurus merged into their home inside the heart chakra. Also, our heart chakras. So step by step, this word merged into that home. So how to deal with that home? By your chanting. Actually, why I say we don't need to target, maybe at first stage, first several years or 10 years, you always think about how can I merge into the home, But if you already master that, you don't need to think about it. You just chanting. One by one. You don't need to think about those procedures I already described for you. So it will happen automatically. Of course, this has some precondition. You should walk in some temple. It's better you should walking around the mandala or stupa. I mean, cannot place this the energy. It's the earth's energy turn. No, it's not earth. It's the energy turnover with the 5 elements involved. So if you can get that place, for example, our temple. Our temple is not so big, but a temple has very strong energy. So when you walk, you do the walking meditation, I chanting, and you better to follow my chanting. Then, we form a group. We are the beings. Of course, we are the humans in the beings, and there's several other beings. And this mandala is represented whole universe. So you can feel it, you merged. First, those existing outside merge into ourselves. So that's why everybody of us can feel hot, right? Even in the winter, even in the outside temperature -30, you can try it. Yeah, very soon, several months later, -40, -30 at least, -20 at least, someday -30. I put the temperature just at 20, and I will open that window. Actually, inside this mandala room is a little bit cold, but you don't need to feel cold because it's very hot. Yeah, I feel it. If you got out of the place, I just shut down the heater temporary for several hours. Suddenly it will go 10, 5 degrees. Then still I open it. Then I do this. Half an hour, I can feel very hot. First from here, the back, then climb across the spine. You can say, if we are not the religious guy, you can say, I give you another explanation. That means 5 elements energy walk into your spine. You get it. But if we are Buddhist, so I give you the Buddhist explanation, that is, outside words already merge into the inside beings. So that's why you can feel the energy. There's a word when I was very young, I was sent to a very large monastery academy in China. There's 3,000 students. I studied there for 11 months. Actually, it should be 1 year, but yeah, I guess something wrong. So just 11 months. And there's a master said, in ancient China, ancient Buddhist history, there's a great master said, you don't need to think about save the whole world. You just save yourself. You made yourself liberated. Then all beings, all the world liberated. It's similar with the Jewish, the words. You save a word, you save one guy, you save the word. At that time, I can understand why. Now I can understand. Because even as just one single person, not so handsome, not so rich, not so strong, we are just common guy. If you can save yourself is the representative of all beings. Because if you can successfully liberate yourself, if we can get nirvana, like a Buddha, all beings, and not only all beings, all this world without consciousness, like stone, not tree. Tree we put into the category of beings. They are these. I've said all the words without the, still you can merge themselves into your existence and get this kind of things liberated. So, when we chanting, back to our topic, when we chanting, maybe at first you should think about all the procedures. According to your master, your lama, or your monk teach you how to do the first, how to do the second, how to do the third, until the end. One by one by one by one. But if you can master these methods, maybe for several months or for several years, you don't need to think about it. You just chanting. Because chanting is a movement of breathing. And if you can successfully operate the good method of practice, good method of breathing, without only intention. So all this vein, outside vein merge into inside vein merge into the secret vein. And what is secret vein? Secret vein is your chanting. For example, we chanting, we absorb the outside vein because we are breathing, right? If we breathing, the outside vein merge into two nostrils, the left and right channels, and going one by one. First the straw, the breast, and your stomach, your belly button, and sacrum, and lower and back. So the inside movement is your inside, your inner veins. But if you can master some technique, if you can let the vein in the left and the right channels go into the central channels, then the vein changes into secret vein. If you can successfully done this, you already merge into the level of the Bodhisattvas. So Bodhisattva level is not just like a college degree, university, PhD, something like that. There's some signals. The basic signal is your left and the right channel can breathe in at the same time. Maybe you can say, not everybody can do it. No, not everybody can do it. Actually, seldom person can do it. If you can do it, actually, it is a signal of the Bodhisattvas. You can try. Maybe not everybody can do this. You feel, okay, both of them works, but actually no. Just the left or right, or right or left. Not same time for both. Why? If you can do this, put the left and the right channels, the vein into the secret one, that means your central channel already opened. Central channel means what? For our Tantrayana secret teaching, central channel means Buddha. The top one means Buddha. Yeah, no, I mean top one means Buddha. The central channel means Bodhisattva peace. The lower one is the first level, then second, third. If you climb in the heart chakra, it's Arahant, it's fifth. The Arahant, the Bali tradition, Arahant refers to our 5 level of Bodhisattvas. It's very hard, very advanced. Then climb. That is 8. That is 10. That is 11 top. Buddha. So we practice. It's not just especially the Vajrayana. We do the Buddhism practice. It's not just you think about it. I think about it. She think about, oh, I'm what I'm or no. Your body chakra can reflection of your practice results. So why ancient Hindu history there is a 84 Mahashida? Why we call that Mahashida? Because they have a lot of ordinary persons in the miracles. Miracles. They can actually Mahashida refers to not just the Buddhist, also refers to Hindus. Mahashida refers to what? Refers to some guy or some lady who already mastered the 5 elements freely. They can transfer their body into whatever they want. The wind, flower, the water, the fire, animals, such as this. Actually, those kind of miracle and those kind of the power it can manufacture the miracles we call superpower. It's not our target for Buddhists to practice. Maybe for some outside religions, master, they practice for this. Because they got the superpower, they can earn a lot of freedom, earn a lot of money, donation, expand their temple, monastery, or church, whatever it is. But for us, there's only one target for us. It should always remain in our hearts. The freedom for ourselves and for others. And this superpower, just byproduct. We don't need to refuse to get it, and we don't need to try to work very hard to get it. If we practice very well, it will happen. Yeah. For example, I can read your mind. Some kind of. But actually, it's not superpower. It's a very, very low ability. The superpower is I not only can read your mind, and I can let you know my mind, some kind of, without any words. I look at you, so I will let you know, okay, I like you, I hate you, I love you, I blah, blah, blah. Yes, some master can do it. So that's why the great master, like a Buddha don't need to give a lot of teachings. Just get a flower and look at all of these students. But only Maharaja can understand. So Buddha feels so great regret for all of these students. And just said to Maharaja that I give you my first student status. And I give you this valuable teaching only to you because only you can get it. But during the class, Buddha Shakyamuni said nothing. Just get his flowers and smell it. So, actually, it's not a superpower already. This kind of beyond the levels of superpower. And it's involved with a very strong wave of the energy exchange. And the energy, we can say, not just the reverse, the fire, the water, the reverse, the water, fire, and wind. The most important element is your mind. And we develop our mind into different levels, right? It's ordinary consciousness, subconsciousness, and collective consciousness, like alaya. Then we jumped. So it's consciousness. And mona is the subconsciousness. And collective consciousness, alaya. And we jumped into normal consciousness, the Buddha nature, Buddha's mind. So we can say, for us, if we label ourselves as a Buddhist, this is a guy who wants to get liberation through different vehicles, whatever you call, outside religion, inside Buddhist, or the Southern one is a Mahayana, is a Vajrayana, whatever you call, it doesn't matter. The matter is, you get some vehicles, large or small, doesn't matter. The matter is, it can fit you. Then can use the vehicles, the small boats or yacht, to the other hand, the other bank of the river of this entire world. For us, we choose. For me, I choose the Vajrayana because there is some karma involved, right? I born in this family, then I was saying blah blah blah, a lot of story. But now I know I'm a lucky guy. I was chosen by this tradition, not I choose this tradition. You know what I mean? This is a total difference. Because if I choose this tradition, but maybe in your heart you're still looking for others. You didn't catch up the good character of this tradition. You go my place and go the other place. You're hanging around. You're wandering all the time. Actually, maybe you walk into the door, but you didn't go to the mandala. There's still some distance, some gap. But if you are chosen by the tradition, it's totally different stories. Because if you are chosen by the master, or by the Dharma party behind the master, or directly chosen by the Eden, the deities, Buddha, Bodhisattvas, you will get a very strong feeling for this. Not just your mind, your body can feel it. Yeah. For example, our tradition has the Mahagala protector, the Manjushri deity, the Amitabha Buddha, the Medicine Buddha, and some Buddha. So if you walk into this mandala, you can feel something. And this kind of feeling give you strong faith on it. Then it's like you connect with each other very strong. If we are lucky enough, if we are not lucky enough, at least you will wandering in this Dharma realm. Go to some different place to see different Lama, different monks, different tradition teachers. Then you still try your hard. But maybe you just put some seed in the soil. And this kind of seed cannot grow up so big as a very grand tree. But at least you put some seed on the soil in this life. Maybe we passed away, we wandering in the sixth realm circulation. But this kind of seed still lives. The karma is like the ring, it's like the wind. When the karma got mature enough, the seed worm out, jumped out of the soil, like a grass, then like a tree, like a grand tree, like this. At that time, if your karma get matured enough, you also can be chosen by the tradition, by your deities, your Eden, by your Dharma party, or by your guru masters. Yes, I also do this I have memory for the last 3 incarnations. I still wandering. So that's why we should work very hard. But if we can suppose, if we can imagine, if we are lucky enough now, so you will chosen by someone. And your face will create it, and your face will be very strong. Then you get your face, you get your feeling. It doesn't need to take so long time to get a feeling if your karma get mature enough. So that, for example, today is the Guru Rinpoche's day. If we have very strong faith on Guru Rinpoche and on his different incarnation, he has 8 incarnations. Yeah, like a Medicine Buddha, like a Rasva Guru, like the God Fortune Guru, all of this. You choose someone, or you were chosen by some incarnation of the gurus. Then you just thank him. Maybe each month for this day. You get some short time or long time if you can, and say something. or come to temple, you're chanting. You can feel it. Back to our topic, you can feel the whole procedure I described to you. If you're chanting, so you can feel the energies go inside. Just 1 or 2 or 3. Then step by step, play it and merge. Merge, that means your mind, your body got warm, your mind got merged. Merge to where and how you merged. Actually, the answer is you merged into the Guru Rinpoche. Not like somebody imagine, or Guru Rinpoche living in the Copper Mountain Pure Land. So my man out of this body jumped to the Pure Land, in the hand is Guru Rinpoche. Yeah, you can get this explanation, but it's the surface. Guru Rinpoche like Buddha. Buddha is everywhere. You don't need to jump to some place. Now I live in Scarborough, I jump in downtown. I have a superpower. No, like that one. Yes. You just, we are the ones, like Milarepa said. We are what? We are just the ones. If we broken the vase, we got liberated. You know the story, like Milarepa said. Someday, he falling down from mountain. The vase, he back to pull the food. No food, pull the grass. Broken. And inside the grass already, how to say, formed into some shape. What kind of shape? The vase shape. Suddenly he got liberated. He got enlightened. He beat that things, then broke it, because there's no vase like protection. So the grass like food, like soul, already how to like a stone, the kind of stone shape. He beat it, then broke it. At that moment, he got liberated. He got enlightened. He laughed and jumped and cried. He got enlightened. This is our karma, the vase, and our body. Our mind was putting this vase. If the vase is small and dirty, your mind is small and dirty. It's the same shape. If we can broken it, then our mind get out of in this atmosphere. Then you broken the inside things, our mind get liberated. There's no formation at all. Same. You know what I mean? Same feeling now. I didn't refer to now, I got enlightened. Enlightened is a different kind of levels. No doubt I get some enlightened, but not such high like Buddha. But I understand, I get a feeling for the Milarepa's this story, because I read it so many times. Milarepa's poems and Milarepa's teaching. And this story is very, very, very meaningful for me. But how you can broken it is the message. It's not just, okay, you come like a Chan master, I beat you, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, when I was young, I sent to that monastery, I was beat a lot. Because when I chanting, I always move like this way. I cannot control it. But Chan master doesn't allow to do this. You must stand. So I was beat everywhere. Yeah, each day I was beat some kind. But I can't hold it. They beat me in the hole, like this. But still, I don't know. So they let me go. Cannot finish that 12 months. I live at 11 months, yes. But still, I learn a lot. How to broken the vase first. The vase is our body structure. So that's why I practice Qigong, Tibetan Qigong, like Tibetan Yoga. I practice different kind of words. So try to broken it. Even imagine if I successfully broken it, okay, I can get some superpower. But still, I'm not Buddha, because a lot of guys get superpower. Different master can get superpower, but still, they are just some, maybe they can call master. Home you can call, how do you call that word? Saint, right? Saint. But still, they didn't climb to the level, highest level of Buddha. Buddha means there's no wild outside, and there's no the wild shaped mind inside. Your mind already is ready all over. How? By the chanting. Because chanting is works on the art. Hum, right? Hum. Why you always chanting hum? Do each kind of puja, hum. We fall in dream yoga, stay hum. Wherever is hum. We write a syllable behind the tanka, hum. Why hum? Hum means means water China. Infusion is is pure. Purification. Purification means broken the vase. Means Amitabha, the river. Change everything into Amita. So that means purify inside. Broken the shape for your mind inside. Home means what? Home means the final stage of all Buddhas. We can use the syllable as Vadasado. Vadasado is not Bodhisattva, at least. Vadasado is the Buddha himself. So you can say Vadasado, or you can say Medicine Buddha. You can say this kind of. Means what? Means they double, we triple, we duplicate all of this Amita into whole over the world, whole the words. Spread it all over the world, spread it, whole over the world and cover the whole time scope. Because Hong is jumped out of the 3Ds, 4Ds. He jumped out of the time, limitation. Means Hong. So that's why Hong is most important. Home is dark blue. Dark blue means we out of the limitation of time and limitation of speech. The color is the dark blue. The time's representative color is the red light. So the ordinary light, the most longer light is the red light. You can see the rainbow body. Main color is the red one. Then it's the white and this kind of. And the species means the white one. So the representative color for the species is the white. We jumped out of the light. That means we jump out of the space and time. So that means we jump out of the limitation of this world into Buddha's world, into Dharma Dhatu. So it's the dark blue. So it's home. Home is this part and that. So it's on, home. And on, home. So it's two surfaces, front and back. If you can successfully see that seed home into, not just home, home actually, 3 syllables into your whole body. It's very, very wonderful. In the future, maybe near future, or maybe far away future, or last incarnation, whatever. But still, the seed will be there. Then it will merge, will grow up as a big tree until we get these levels. So back to our topic. Chanting is, for me, at least, is very, very important. Top one, priority in my practice. Because when I chanting, the wise is the idiot himself or herself. You know what I mean? So that's why, a Mongolian, Tibetan person, if there's some small paper, read the Tibetan words on the ground, on the grass, we must pick it up. No doubt at all. Because if they living the syllables, is the Buddha himself. He never ever cross on it. He never ever put on this place, even the cell phone. Yeah, cell phone only graph your mala, why your mala? Because when I chanting for you guys, the mala, I will chanting the syllables on it. I visualize the deities on it. Yeah, so it's very important. And this kind of things all involved into the daily chanting practice. And I can honestly speaking to you, it's a very, very top secret teaching. Chanting, deity, and light is the character, sacred character, and the most successful character for Vajrayana. And no doubt at all, not most of the lamas know it. Maybe everybody can learn from the teaching, but not everyone understand and practice this message. Because it's very, very, very hard. Not just 100,000 times, so it's not at all. Yeah. Each week, at least 1 or twice, I will go to downtown, find some place. Most of them in front of the lake, I chanting. But this kind of chanting, not just stand up or sit down. No, it's very hard. You can try. For you guys, maybe 5 minutes. You have to do 50 minutes at least, or 1 hour. And chanting one minute home. 1 minute, 1 second, 3 times. So it's like I change myself into a machine, into not just a chanting machine, into a light. Again, vibration, 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 vibration. Very, very strong. Yeah. Some guy, because a lot of parents hanging on his case, the time coming around, no one just gets so close. Yeah, because of that vibration. This kind of practice is, how to say, it's like, from the academic word, it's like donation for your Dharma chanting to all beings, to purify the surrounding environment. The inside thinking is you transfer yourself into the eating. And you can, if you can successfully done this, you already help all beings at the same time. Because eating is the including word. Your deity. It's not just your deity. It's all beings deity. It's all the words deity. It's the concluding word for all the word. And all beings in this all word. So that's why we said, if you can successfully liberate yourself, at the same time you liberate all beings. Even a stone. Buddha said, even a stone can be saved. Yeah. For our ordinary person, now we don't have a so big superpower, so powerful, what kind of master. We don't have like a beer gas, we don't have the billion dollars to set up those foundations, whatever. What we should do is to use their own ability to help yourself, your family, and all beings for what you're chanting. Yeah, you're chanting. Maybe you think, oh, you're just single guy, you're chanting, maybe you can get helped, or some student or family you can get help. No. This now the world already walk into the totally disordered situation. And how it works like that way, there's a lot of beings involved. Naga, like we call dragon. Hindu call Naga. Involved in this. So we should do a lot of puja. And by puja, we should prepare a lot of food, a lot of this divine water, a lot of go somewhere. But chanting, you can chanting wherever you can. your home, your backyard, the young street, in your bus, when you drive, or you can chant. The temple, in your church, you can chant. And this kind of chanting can help a lot. Because it's like you put a stone in a river, in a kind of place of water, so it's like expanded, the circle expanded. And it can influence a lot of beings in different circles, different levels. Yeah. So that's why each Saturday I do this teaching. This kind of teaching, I use a lot of time to do preparation. And I should read a lot of books, I should chanting, get this experience. Then Saturday, I give you guys teaching. Some students say, no one hear your teaching. But actually, this kind of teaching can help a lot. First of all, for all of us now. Then, the one who take listening from website or from the group, so that is. Then there's some beings involved now, or some beings involved when some guy listening from the website. Yeah. And I truly believe it can help a lot of beings. No doubt at all. Yeah. Buddha himself, Buddha Shakyamuni himself said, Dharma teaching is the gathering of three jewelries. Each kind of Dharma teaching, even just the three guys, even just two guys, even just the teacher himself, you should, he refers to his students, you guys should insist on the Dharma teaching. Even you, there's no one attend this gathering, but no doubt at all, there's a lot of guys attend, a lot of ghosts attend your gathering. So each Dharma teaching is the gathering of three jewelries: Buddha, Sangha, and Dharma. Why? Now, of course, three jewelries now. We have Buddha himself, we have Sangha, and we give teaching, the Dharma. Even we go to the lakeshore, we find a stone, we sit down. I give teaching to the fish or to the single. Still, there's, each time I do this, very short. As a conclusion of the water puja, I do this. Still, three jewelry come. Why? Because I visualize myself as the Eden. He's a Buddha himself. I'm a Lama, the Sangha. And the fish and single is the Sangha too. And the chanting, the puja, the teaching is the Dharma itself. Even several minutes, I can feel some beings gathering at that corner. You know that corner, right? The young and the lake. I always do this. There's like those ones. So no doubt at all. Actually, each Dharma teaching gave me a lot of confidence on my following Dharma practice. Why? Because I can feel it. I can feel it. This Dharma teaching can help others. And this kind of helping can give me a lot of good merit. And we need a good merit to support our following Dharma practice. Our following Dharma practice, not just the donation from you guys. No. Of course, it's very important and welcome, but it's not the only one. The most important things is the confidence from the student and from teacher himself. Because Dharma practice is so personal things. We cannot get something on my face and walk. I know some monks do this. You get a t-shirt and read some, like everybody get a notice. Yes, very good. But still, your own confidence is very important. Your students' confidence is important. And this kind of gathering of three jewelries, even it just gathering each Saturday. One time each week. But still, it helps a lot. For example, in this tunnel, there's no traffic at all. for so many years. No, not so many, for 4 years at least. Yeah. And that corner always get that corner. Always someone was knocked by the car or two car get cleared. But this corner always get very clean. Actually, this corner is very busy. There's a lot of business here. There's trucks, heavy trucks. There's a class company, but no one get hurt. No any quarrel, no any fight. Why? Because there's a small temple here. Just to put something here to purify these 5 elements, so everybody feel peace and get harmony. Yeah. See, very quiet. Everybody do their own business, but it's so quiet. Not like other business, other business class. Always a lot of a lot of somebody get angry for something, blah 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 blah, fight, blah blah. Not at all. Always so quiet. Yes, it's a reflection of this place. And why I said we will chanting, especially at these big days, auspicious day, because this kind of auspicious day is a very good example to show our Dharma practice power. Because in this auspicious day, for example, today is 10th, the calendar 10th for the Guru Rinpoche's day. And Guru Rinpoche will give so many incarnations to everywhere. Wherever we chanting, 3 times Guru Rinpoche's name or mantra, 1 incarnation will come into our mandala, into the statues or temples, and give us blessing directly. And we do puja, we chanting, the kind of good merit can so, double and triple and a lot of billion times on this. Why? This kind of specific day is like a view in the Tam River. Like a view, we dig a veil, right? A veil. We dig a veil into the earth so the water will come out. It's like same time for the time. Digging a veil in the earth is a space matter. But you can imagine in the time river. Today is the veil surface. Kind of blessing from inside the river jump out of. The blast from Buddha himself will jump out of the surface. And they do the puja. They do the offering, the ghee light, the incense, of a chanting or a heart of compassion, or any kind of corn to the homeless, or donation to the temple, whatever the good action. I get a lot of blessing from this because auspicious day. Also, the sun and moon, how we call it, eclipse, same time. Eclipse, same time. So that's why Guru Rinpoche gave this teaching. Yeah, in Guru Rinpoche's biography, it said very clearly. Successful yogi of my tradition, if you do in the morning face to ear chanting word, in the noon face to ear chanting word, in the afternoon face to ear chanting word, at night, in midnight, in your dream, it mentioned very clear, and in the specific way. The 8th, the 10th, 15th, 25th, 29th, 30th, you should do blah, blah, blah. Why? Because Guru Rinpoche do it by himself and got liberated. So it's a good example. So that's why we call Guru. Guru means what? Guru means master. But not just master. Right? Hindu call Guru or call Baba. Guru means some successful example in our lineage who already got liberated. Sorry. So we should follow the step of their own. Then we can get liberated. This is our human's character. We find out some example, then we follow it. We can get success. Right? Yes. Like Bill Gates, follow the IBM. For example, so this Facebook follow, the Google follow, they all success, one by one by one. We are not business. Yeah, maybe you can, yeah, you are the businessman. I'm not. I'm a religious guy. So I follow my successful example. Buddha himself first. Guru Rinpoche. Milarepa. Right? Gamboba. Tangdong Japa. These are all our guru. All successful step by step. Then, hi, and you. We all give this wall, right? Repeat our own name, follow our gurus. That means what? That means I want to follow the successful step of our good example in Dharma practice. Then I got liberated. Then you guys are chanting my name as your good example. You got liberated. And you give, if you don't have a student, you have your daughter and son. So you ask your daughter and son to follow your good example. It's very good. It's the tradition of humans. So we should catch on this. And during all this method, the chanting is the most important method. Of course, besides chanting, there's other one. Maybe they create some kind of different things. By chanting, they create nothing if you want. Just to create your face and your time, your energy. But your time and your energy depends on your face. If you have your face, you can set up your schedule and get out some time chanting. You don't need to think about hours or I chanting for seeing all beings. No, you don't need to think. You just think about you chanting for yourself, for your husband and wife, for your daughter and son, for your parents. It's good. It's very, very good. For me, I never ask all my student, master, give this, I receive the word, I'm the super guy. No. I find it out very, very interesting things. Someone who always speak these big words in front of the masters always quit very fast. Yeah, I found a lot of cases in my school, in my temple now, and in my temple in the back hometown. Yeah, they come, they donate money. I want to be a Buddha. I will receive you. I will receive all you guys. Yeah, just follow me on, blah, blah, blah. Then, several weeks, several months, several years, gone. He's not just gone out of my place, he's gone out of this Dharma realm. Even some Lama do this. Broken the wall. Or some student like quit, yes, never chanting at all. I asked some guy, it's just like a dream. Now, and the dream was, I wake up, so the dream is no use. Yeah. Quit so easily because they speak so easily. They make their promise so easily. If some guy promise so easily for anybody else, so hard she or he can keep that promise. Yeah, it's a word from Mongolian society. So for us, we never make the promise easily. If we have to make promise, I always think about it and ask, maybe give me some time, let me think about it. But if I keep that promise, I always can do it. Promise is like a wall. Promise like a record in your alaya, directly. If you keep promise, you always keep your promise. Yeah, you should done it. Then get a new page. If you cannot keep your promise and practice it, the page always in front of you, like a bill for the hedgehog. The balance always there. Yeah, if you can clear. The balance is always there and get large, get large, get large. A lot of interest from the hydro, from the revenue, or you cannot get off. Yeah. Yes. So the Dharma practice is not just the things out of your life. The Dharma practice is your life. Maybe for you guys, the Dharma practice is some kind of life. For us, it's all your life. And for Bodhisattvas, Mahabodhisattvas, Mahashila, for Buddha themselves, there's no life, just the Dharma. This is the difference. This is the differences between us and Buddha. For us, we think about, oh, we should have our daily life, right? We should hang out with some guy, if it's a boy, it's a girl, it's a woman, blah, blah, blah. That's the reason they live in this society world. But the Buddha didn't think that. Somebody asked, Buddha think of what? I said, Buddha think nothing. There's no thinking at all. Like a Diamond Sutra said, Buddha didn't come, Buddha didn't go. Buddha is there, Buddha is here. We cannot say Buddha is what? Buddha is whom? Buddha is where? No. If we see that, Buddha already falling down from that state into a human existence. Because our word cannot describe the situation of Buddha. So Heart Sutra, we still involve the Heart Sutra teaching. So Heart Sutra always see is Tibetan means now. Yeah, it's non-form, non-emptiness. From the beginning, there no one can understand what that means. Actually, because Buddha tried to give the student some concept of ether, of Buddha state, but it's very hard to describe by the human languages. So Buddha just said, Nirvana, Buddha state, is not a form, but it's not emptiness without anything. So you will think about it. So great master said it's the middle way. It's the middle way, always the middle way. Yeah. You cannot go to that way. Think those things always exist permanent. And you cannot go to the other way, that this world is nothing. If you think this world always living there, there's no opportunity to be a Buddha. Right? Because things always there. I'm a human, I always be a human. You cannot accept this because the six realm existence, karma, law existence. But you cannot go to the other way. The world is nothing. If you think the world is nothing, if you think the Buddha nature is nothing, we lose our hope. How can I change into a Buddha? There's no Buddha nature. And Buddha is not, Buddha state is nothing. How can I change into nothing? I don't need to practice. It's just lie down and die. But still you die, you just die person. You cannot be a Buddha. So we cannot go to the extreme case. We must follow, practice the middle way. But it's very hard, the middle way. So we should practice from the basic one. Chanting, visualization, do the puja, accumulate good merit one by one. So that's why Buddhism is the hardest of religions. Because Buddhism is the philosophy, and not just the low-level philosophy. We must understand a lot of things. And then, finally, you can understand what is Buddha. For my level now, I believe in Buddha is everywhere. But Buddha is not like Christians are creator. Made in the heaven, created us. No. It's beyond this. But it's very hard to describe by your own words. You should try to feel it by your mind, not just by your tongue, by your eye. The five senses we must jump out of. So that's why the Heart Sutra said, there's no eyes. Then there's no things in your eyes. If there's no eyes, you cannot see the word, so there's no word. But the word now refers to there's no this samsara word. But beyond the samsara word, there's still something. Right? Senhogakai. So it's God word. But beyond the God word, there's a Buddha nature, Dharma there. That is the primordial one. All our word, or even the God word, is the inside, like the gemstone, like a diamond, real stone. There's something inside. And this small one is this word. And I think, this is for today's teaching. I speak a lot, and I think there's some older. If you have interest, you can get it back and listen carefully. So there's some logic involved. Each time we still involved in the Heart Sutra, because Heart Sutra is so big topic. Heart Sutra is actually one of the several sutras, each branches of the Buddhism. Pray and chant each day. It's very rare, Heart Sutra, because some others, the three branches didn't agree with each other. They said it's not the Buddha Shakyamuni's teaching, so they refused to give this. But Heart Sutra is one of those several ones. Every student accepts Heart Sutra. Why? Because Heart Sutra is the diamond on the crown of the Mantra Sri's teaching, Poroparamita. And Heart Sutra is like a, skeleton, right? The bone. Skeleton of our structures, of the Poroparamita's teaching. So we should always look it back and chanting this and give teaching on this. But think about it, and we can get some idea. What is Buddha? Not who is Buddha. Because Buddha is a state, not just a person, not a God. So we should, what is a Buddha? Buddha is a state. What is the kind of state? We can get some feeling. So each time, it's better for us, it's better to be chanting each in our daily life, in our daily practice, and end of each year, we will practice Heart Sutra often and do this reflection. And think about it each year. Think about it, those obstacles from this year, especially this year, 2020. Think about it, some karmas involved, obstacles involved, the disease, the war from the world, and we chanting Heart Sutra and reflection. And clear this karma, stop it, pay the bill, and face to the new year. This is one. Another one is to use this opportunity to think about it. By do the research on the Heart Sutra, or by do the understanding of the Heart Sutra, practice on Heart Sutra, to check it out. How about our Dharma practice this year? You don't need to think about the figure of your chanting. I have chanting 100 syllables for maybe 10,000 times or blah blah for 10,000 people. It's very good. But you will check out your understanding of the Pramita. You will do this Heart Sutra. Each year you can get different thinking, different understanding for this. Yeah. Okay.